Us! The 2012 River State Civil Service Week celebrations enters the second day. The race calls for reflection on the achievements of Mrs. Esther Anucha, JP, as River State Head of Service, especially as she warms up for retirement. I asked her if she feels she has achieved goals she set for herself.
To me, I will say yes, I have. But I will leave my achievement for others to judge. But I think I have achieved most of the goals I set for myself to achieve in the service. And I am happy to say that I was instrumental to the following: regular and intensive training and retraining of staff. We started with a group in the civil service that over the years they have been stagnating. That's the executive officers. Some of them for 15-20 years they have not been promoted. So what we did was to collaborate with the Bori Polytechnic to train them in a diploma course that will enable them first and foremost to be promoted to the next grade level and then to improve their capacities.
Those who do not have the qualification for promotion undertook the program. And in 2009, a total of 1,500 people, staff in the executive class attended. And the first batch, those who succeeded, certificates were issued, and they used the certificate and attended interview in Civil Service Commission, and they were promoted. In 2010, 238 attended, and they were promoted.
We also attracted the Zonal Office of Administrative Staff College to River State, and they have been helping us greatly to train manpower, especially the senior management cadre. In fact, right now, they are helping us to set examinations for substantive directors aspiring to the post of permanent secretary. Apart from that, we are also planning to build public service institutes in River State, and that is to enhance training and retraining of staff further in the civil service of River State. Improved landscape of the work environment, that is the secretariat complex where we work. Provision of modern utilities in the work environment, for example, banking facilities, eateries, the new lift. We have a new lift serving all the blocks of the secretariat complex. It was during my time that all this were made possible.
There's improved standard of cleanliness in the secretariat. Before this time, the secretariat complex was very dirty. She introduced private cleaning outfits. In each block, you see people, special people, unlike the old mama, use broom to be sweeping. No, this edifice does not require broom.
We now have a civil service choir that entertains during the civil service week, and we have a magazine called The Bureaucrat, The Rivers Bureaucrat. All these were able to do this during the civil service week, and right now we have the third edition of that magazine, just to encourage the reading culture in the civil service. In fact, during my time also, 76 units of houses were allocated to civil servants of middle income at marine base on owner-occupier basis, and 36 units of houses were allocated to senior civil servants at the same marine base on owner-occupier basis. And we have also been given civil servants car and housing loan to be able to build their own houses and purchase cars. And apart from that, a total of 100 vehicles were allocated to substantive directors early this year, and I was instrumental to that. And above all, we have succeeded in capturing all the civil servants, biometric capture of civil servants, and we have a database of all the civil servants in the civil service, including teachers. I have said before that I set out to achieve a goal, and I think I have achieved most of them, if not all of them.
The successful organization of the River State Civil Service Week for 5 years in a row is certainly an achievement. As public servants arrive, the Alfred Dataspief Civic Center for Day 2 activities, it was clear that this was going to be a memorable celebration. After members of the High Table had been introduced by the Master of Ceremony, Mr. Rufus Godwin Esquire, the national anthem signaled the official commencement of the activities for Day 2. A short prayer, which was led by Pastor Christopher Briggs, ushered in the River State Civil Service Choir to put attendees in the right frame of mind for what's to come.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Right Honorable Nkiru, every represented at this occasion by Mr. Chuma Chinye, Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. The chairman of this great occasion, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to welcome our distinguished guests to yet another Civil Service Week celebration, the 5th consecutive celebration since this administration came to power in 2007, the 6th in the history of Rivers State Civil Service, and the last that will be organized by me in my capacity of Head of Civil Service of Rivers State, as I will be retiring gracefully in September. I especially welcome His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State, every represented, and express my profound gratitude to him for making the annual celebration of the Civil Service Week a reality. I welcome the Chairman of the occasion, who is also the new Chairman of the State Civil Service Commission. I welcome the members of the State Executive Council, special advisors, permanent secretaries, directors, our resource persons, special guests, the 20 recipients of this year's Civil Service Merit Award, and the great civil and public servants of Rivers State to this grand occasion.
Mrs. Esther Anucha JP further listed some of the achievements of her office during her tenure as Head of Service of River State. She also highlighted the activities of the 2012 Civil Service Week and emphasized the appropriateness of this year's theme in line with the transformation agenda of the federal government.
I also enjoyed all public servants to participate actively in the activities lined up for this year's celebration and pay particular attention to the various capacity building lectures, which will help create a new and more positive attitude to work. We have in the past few years made the service better than we met it, even in the face of daunting challenges. We acknowledge that there is still room for improvement. I wish to thank the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Right Honorable Nkiru, because all the late years were made possible by him. I also thank the Governor, whom God used mightily 5 years ago to retain me as head of civil service of Rivers State.
Next, the chairman of the occasion, Sir Ngo Martins Yellow, Chairman, River State Civil Service Commission, made his remarks.
It is with pleasure that the Commission felicitates with the head of service and the entire River State Civil Service on this occasion of the 2012 Civil Service Week celebration. Since the inception of the present Commission, we have witnessed concord and harmony in the state and in the organizational climate of the state civil service. This obviously is attributable to the good governance of the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Right Honorable Nkiru, and the innovative leadership style, mark the words, innovative leadership style of the head of service, Mrs. Esther Anucha, JP. I urge you to continue to work cooperatively in the discharge of your duties in your different MDAs and utilize any opportunity given to you for development of your capacity while in the service. Let me also take this opportunity to say that I appreciate working with you, civil servants, starting from the level of permanent secretaries to directors, and in fact, the head of service.
The chairman having made his remarks, it was now time for the theme lecture.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chief Dr. Isaac Zebobidi, the Okocha II, head of the Okocha family of Ogoloma in Okocha. Today's topic for discussion is very interesting. Interesting in the sense that it is apt for the policy of the federal government and the policy of the state government. You all know the federal government in Nigeria has clearly indicated that its programs and policies are designed to bring about the transformation of the country. Hence, we have the transformation agenda. Now, the implementation of this agenda requires, among other things, a civil service imbued with the necessary capacity. Although such capacity needs to be developed, and this probably explains the choice of the theme of this year's civil service with celebration. Through the theme is being suggested that there's a relationship between capacity development and the implementation of the transformation agenda. The transformation agenda should be made more clear for a better appreciation of roles, performance, and capacity development and many benefits of shared understanding. So it is very important that we must have conceptually clear documents, papers on this program. Capacity development should be systematic, continuous, strategic, collaborative, and performance-driven. It should not be treated as if you are doing just a favor to your workers. So you say, like, Tomboku Bobo's Calabar, you go for training. Tomboku Bobo's Calabar, you go. No, you must have a system of identifying those who should go for the training, why they should go for it, and the expectations thereof. That is when capacity will become meaningful in implementing the transformation of children. Finally, emphasis should be placed on the learning, and learning, I repeat, and creativity, innovation, and problem-solving orientation necessary for the transformation agenda for it to be implemented using the required capacity. Thank you, God bless you.
The River State Governor, Right Honourable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi's address was next. He was represented by the Honourable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Honourable Chuma Chinyem.
I bring you greetings from the right, the Honourable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, Governor of River State. On behalf of my dear wife, Dame Judith Amechi, and the good people of River State, I heartily facilitate with the head of the civil service of the state, Mrs. Esther Anucha JP, and the entire workforce of the River State Civil Service on this auspicious occasion of the 2012 Civil Service Week. We are therefore building a world-class public service training institute to raise the bar of public service and efficient public service delivery. Let each one do God's will so that God's will will be done in our state.
The next lecture was on Greater Port Harcourt City development, an overview of its effect on the public service in River State, given by the administrator Dame Aleruchi Kukigam.
The first approach government has done is for the urban renewal and upgrade that is going on in the old city of Port Harcourt. So we have all the expansion of the roads that we're currently doing, the demolition of all the illegal structures. That's the first form of the approach of the government.
Dame Aleruchi Kukigam went on to explain why government thought it fit to build a new city.
First, we need to control the development in Port Harcourt. Then we need to modernize our city and rearrange it. We need to plan the city in a manner that will attract investors. And then to create a business flow.
The administrator also shed some light on key areas such as land acquisition and development, impact of public servants, and many other areas affecting public servants. A notable aspect of the 2012 Civil Service Week was the presentation of merit awards to past and present public servants. In all, retired permanent secretaries and 10 retired directors received plaques and cash gifts of 100,000 naira and 80,000 naira respectively. In addition, 7 civil servants from various ministries and agencies received awards. After the merit awards presented to deserving public servants, the head of service of the Federation addressed the gathering through his representative, Mrs. Nkiru Ejiofor. As the various lectures and papers were presented, the rapporteurs were also at work. The lectures and paper presentations drew several reactions from members of the audience. With Day 2 lectures over, members of the Civil Service Choir presented a surprise appreciation cake to the head of service.
J-E-S-U-S.
Yes, Jesus. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Glory be to God.
Day 3 of the 2012 River State Civil Service Week started with a word of appreciation by the Master of Ceremony, followed by the River State Head of Service, Mrs. Esther Anucha's welcome address. The chairman for the day then made a brief remark. The first lecture for Day 3, titled Healthy Lifestyle for Improved Productivity, was given by Dr. Michael Nyemenim. Dr. Michael Nyemenim further emphasized that having the right attitude, being patient, and understanding the people one works with all contribute to improved productivity. The lecture on health gave way to a lecture on pensions, captioned The New Pension Scheme and the Transformation Agenda. The lecture was presented by Dr. Farouk Aminu on behalf of the Director General of PERM. The fifth and last lecture focused on security. Titled Security Challenges in Contemporary Nigeria, it was delivered by the Director of State Security Service, SSS, River State. The winners of the essay competition with the topic, In Discipline, Bane of Effective Service Delivery, which is an introduction to the 2012 Civil Service Week, received prizes. Having concluded the lectures, all public servants moved to the Liberation Stadium Ilekahia, Port Harcourt, for the football match and female relay race. The kickoff for the Inter-Ministerial Head of Service Cup football competition between River State Ministry of Power and Ministry of Sports was taken by the guest of honor, Chief Tony Okocha, Chief of Staff, Government House, River State.
Okay.
That lone goal by Minister of Power determined the outcome of the competition, as the Power team won the game. Soon after the football competition, the female relay teams from the Ministries of Sports, Power and Office of the Head of Service took to the tracks for the 4x100 meters race. When it was all over, the Minister of Power football team received gold medals and a brand new gold cup, while the Power Ministry's female relay team also got gold medals and the cup. An important part of the week's activities were visits by the Central Planning Committee to 3 charity homes in Port Harcourt. The first stop was the Motherless Babies Home. Next was the Cheshire Home for the Less Privileged, where various items were donated. The last stop was the Home for the Elderly, where committee members spent some valuable time with the matron and residents.
The Civil Service Week celebration was a huge success. The 4 days event, it is not easy to sustain an event for 4 days. And people kept coming. There was no single day that we didn't have a full house. Even in the stadium, we had a full stadium. And so today we are just appreciating the members and saying thank you to them.
Head of service is a great pleasure on behalf of the 28 members of the Civil Service Week Planning Committee to give you this award. And I want to say that before your tenure in 2008, even though we've been celebrating Civil Service Week outside these states, it only started in Rivers State during your tenure.
In conclusion, I asked Mrs. Esther Anucha, JP, her views on the future of the River State Civil Service as she retires.
With the foundation we have been able to lay, and with the support of the Governor of River State, Right Honorable Nkiru, I think the future of the River State Civil Service is very bright. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.